And the other areas, obviously, I said get some quality time with Michelle. So that was another thing to do, which is kind of happening. You know, there's a lot on at the moment. So, but what we have said is that at the end of 90 days, as my treat for doing all this crazy stuff for you setting me up, is is for us to have a long weekend away. So that's the aim. And obviously the cash, what would become a challenge probably with that is one, time wise, because I feel like I'm still not doing enough on the business wise. I feel like I've got all this like fitness going on and socialing and adventuring, and I'm still not focusing down on the business really as much as what I should do, which is obviously going to deliver the cash. So it's coming together, and I think maybe like you, I'm trying to there's 4 elements of this, and I think I'm going, that's all working well. That's all. I haven't done anything on that, so I need to go and jump onto that one. And I think now I've relaxed. I think over this weekend, I think it was good for me to take some time out because I've been full on running, CrossFit, swimming, squash. That's another bloody thing as well. Michelle set me up on bloody Sunday with Tony, my cousin, who kicks my arse at squash. And I don't know, I managed to get roped into another bloody challenge. I just seem to be challenged every week. He says that you've got to have, because he thinks this Breakthrough University is a really good idea as well. And he says, right, you've got to have 4 clients in that, and it all set up and running in 4 weeks, right? And I went, right, okay. He says, unless you can beat me at squash. So that's the challenge, that I've got to beat him at squash. You know, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do this challenge anyway. But I don't know what his forfeit. He's got a forfeit of some sort. We've both got forfeits, but he's been playing squash for like 22 years. And I've been playing it like about 3 weeks. So we're going to play racquetball. It's to take it easy. We're going to play racquetball rather than squash. But that's another bloody challenge I've got on now. So I've got to find time to play squash twice a week to practice. And I'm playing him, but do that as well. So yeah, so that's another challenge. So I think it's balance-wise, it's kind of like panning out. I think the meditation type of thing, I've come away from that again. It doesn't kind of feel too right at the moment. I think part of it, you know, is these bloody smoothies. I've got too much energy to go and sit down and try and be calm. I'm like, come on, what are we gonna do? Where we're gonna go next? And so I'm not concerned about it. I think it'll pan out. You know, it's all good.
Make yourself sit down for 5 minutes every day. Make yourself like before you have your green smoothie, get up. And then make yourself sit for 5 minutes, no expectation, and just breathe and focus on your breath. I started at 5. Today I did 15. So,
right. Okay.
Because at first I was like, I can't do 5, but now I start at 5 until that felt comfortable for about 2 weeks, and then I went to 10, and then I went to like 12, and then this morning I was like, well, let's do 15. So I did 15. So my goal is to get to 20. Actually, what I set was if I could get to 20 minutes with just like no thoughts, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. It's just actually dropped into my head now. This works out really well because obviously when I was talking to Liz and I was talking about me dropping body weight and stuff like that, and she says, you know, I recommend that you have a smoothie before you go running. So I was like thinking, how's that going to work? You know, because then I've got at least half an hour, 40 minutes before I can go and do any exercise. What am I going to do in that period of time? So I've been reading a little bit. So I'm actually thinking what I could do, because what was happening before, I was getting up, getting on my rebounder, boingy for flipping 10 minutes, firing out, running 2-3 miles, coming back, drinking a smoothie, and then I thought, right, I'll have meditation, fall asleep again, because obviously your body's tired, which obviously then, you know, this time-wise, wasting kind of like time-wise, get up and have another smoothies. But I think maybe the best thing then, after what you just said, would be to get up first thing, make the smoothie, maybe just lay on the bed or whatever, and then just, like say, have that 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe do a little bit of reading in and around that, then jump on that. I think that'd work out. I'll try that. I'll do that from tomorrow.
Yeah, just kind of see what works. I mean, for me, that's what I've been doing in the mornings. I've been reading my Ascension book and studying that kind of stuff, and then I sit for 15 minutes now, and I'll graduate. But I do that every day, every single day. And if I don't do it for whatever reason, something happens, life happens, and I don't get to it in the day, and then I'll do it before I go to bed.
Yeah, excellent.
And it's just discipline, just like with anything else. Like there's days that you don't want to go work out or do CrossFit, but you make yourself.
Yeah, bloody hell, yeah, definitely CrossFit.
I think it's really important for us as creators. A lot of times we get in the process of allowing our emotions to run us because we're like, oh, go with the flow. And it's all good and dandy, allowing your emotions to run you. I think you have to listen, but at the same time, you have to run your emotions and don't let your emotions run you. You know?
Definitely, most definitely. How about we end these calls like a little takeaway from the week?
Sure. Yeah,
Right?
I like that.
I'd like to do two things, if we could. I'd like to say one, anything that you've picked up on that I'm saying that you think maybe I need to just have a little bit of a think about it, and me vice versa. But maybe we have a takeaway from the week, the one thing that we thought, wow, that's made a difference to me this week. Mm-hmm. So I would like to start it, just because I'm very busy, is that when you said I'm going on a date, and then you started calling it an appointment.
Yeah.
We've talked about this. It's not
Yeah.
a business. It's not a business deal. I'm going to go on an appointment, and then I'll have 10 minutes, and I'll just do a takeaway. It's just like
So
it's
funny.
not a business deal. Do you realise you're doing it?
I don't until you point it out, and then you point it out, and it is so damn funny to me.
Yeah.
It's so damn funny.
So
That is funny. Thank you.
you're welcome. Yeah, you be going. Time's up. I've got my next appointment. If you'd like to move along the bus, come on. Liking it.
Yeah, and then the thing for you is give you feedback is the meditation thing, saying you don't feel like it.
Right.
There is no. I know you don't feel like it. Make yourself.
Cool.
So either in the morning, set a time, be like, cool, 2 p.m. I have to sit down for 5 minutes and make yourself.
Yeah.
And it's gonna feel like shit to start with, because you're like, and you're gonna be like, no,
Yeah.
and you'll get better and better and better and better, right?
Cool.
Like if you never ran in your entire life and you just tried to sprint a mile, you're gonna fail epically.
Yes.
You may sprint 2 feet, and then you're like, that's all I can do. Like literally, all I can do today. I'm puking in the CrossFit puke bucket, and that's okay. But you keep on doing it, and you'll get better and better and better and better.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, liking that. I will do it in the morning. I will do that in the morning. I'll try to do. Well, I'm going to try. I will do the meditation thing in the morning after I've made the first movie. So that's good. I should go for that one.
And then my takeaway from the week was at being willing to ask deeper questions. Like, do not be afraid to ask deeper questions from people. That's been my takeaway. Because how else do we get to truly know somebody? And if they get their feelings hurt, your intent's not bad. You're not like, oh, I'm trying to, your intent is really coming from a good space.
Yeah.
So being willing to ask deeper questions so we allow ourselves to truly connect with people. It's been my takeaway for the week.
Yeah. I think I've got two, really, obviously the smoothies, which I'm just constantly raving about, the difference that makes. Which kind of is a bit of a contrast to also, I'm going to say, in the fact that I cannot believe how bollocks I was at that CrossFit, but I can't. How much more you can do than you believe you can. After I'm like doing them kettlebell swings and then I'm doing the squats, and I'm just thinking, there's no way. My head was playing. There's no way I'm going to do another 300 reps of something. That's just insane. I want to go home now. I want to die. But he's shouting and yelling at me, and it's amazing what you can physically do. So that's my takeaway, is just to push yourself and get somebody else with you. I think, because I've always tried to do so much by myself, but to be in an environment where it's a bit more challenging and a bit more competitive maybe, and somebody drilling down at you, you're going to get the results a lot faster. And I think you put that in every element of your life. So I think that's where we're good. This challenge is working really well for us. So that's my takeaway from this one.
Love it, dude. Love it. It's awesome.
Cool. Right, we've gone over his half hour.
We have. Well, you can cut out, I think, like the beginning portions, even probably this portion. So you can probably cut out the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And just have like the 10 to 25. So it's kind of a 15-minute chunk.
Yeah. Maybe I can do the whole recording, and I can do, if you just want to watch rather than you want to watch us just messing about, if you actually want to see the information from the challenge, then you can watch that lot there. So. I'll stop the recording anyway, so I'll just stop the recording, then we just have like 2 minutes or something, yeah?